Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday again. It is August the 12th, and we're going to be looking at the new releases that are being set into the wild this week. Every day of the week is a different genre. On Mondays, we're going to be looking at cozy mysteries because there's always a lot of them. Hope you have a very good weekend. Good morning, Elena. How are you doing? Good morning, Cajun. I have today off. Oh, wow. So I can join and not just listen. Awesome. Happy day off. I do not, but I did hear that our service manager is going to be back to work. So that is definitely a positive. Let's see. Announcements. I do not have sprints tonight. I will have them tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. They go for 2.5 hours. I do them 3 times a week, every Tuesday and Thursday evenings and Saturday afternoons. Elena says, just finished reading You Like It Darker by Stephen King yesterday, and now I'm waiting for the audiobook. Oh, nice. She says, good morning back to Cajun. Let's jump in. We've got a lot of them. First up, The Murders in Great Diddling, which is a great title, by Katarina Bivald. Bivald? The small rundown village of Great Diddling is full of stories. Author Barrett Gardner can feel it. The way the villagers avoid outsiders, the furtive stares and whispers in the presence of newcomers. Barrett can sense the edge of the story waiting to be unraveled, and she's just the person to do it. In fact, with the book deadline looming over her and no manuscript, not even the idea for a manuscript, truth be told, Barrett doesn't just want this story, she needs it. Then, while attending a village tea party, Barrett becomes part of the action herself. An explosion in the library of the village's Grand Manor kills a local man, and the resulting investigation and influx of outsiders sends the quiet, rundown community into chaos. The residents of Great Diddling, each one more eccentric and interesting than any character Barrett could have invented, rewrite their own narrative and transform the death of one of their own from a tragedy into a new beginning. Taking advantage of Great Diddling's new notoriety, the villagers band together to start a book and murder festival designed to bring desperately needed tourists to their town. What they couldn't have predicted is how the new story they've begun to tell will change all their lives forever. Food of the Dogs by Neil S. Plackey. Hang on. 19th in the Golden Retriever Mysteries. New husband, same old knack for trouble. Steve and Lily's romantic Vermont honeymoon goes off the rails when his golden retriever, Rochester, sniffs out murder. Steve Leviton and his new bride, Lily, hoped for a relaxing autumn getaway in Vermont, but when Steve and his golden retriever, Rochester, stumble upon a murder victim, their leaf-peeping trip turns into a hunt for a killer. Dr. Anthony Mahaley seems like a pillar of the Centerbury community, a respected veterinarian turned successful pet food entrepreneur, but someone wanted him dead. Was it a disgruntled employee, a jilted lover from his past, or someone with a deeper, darker motive? As more attempts are made on Dr. Mahaley's life, Steve finds himself drawn into investigation with Lily's help. With Rochester's keen nose for clues and Steve's computer skills, they begin to unravel a tangled web of small town secrets and long buried grudges. Death on a Serving Board, a charcuterie shop mystery by J.C. Eaton, third in that series. I want a cozy mystery I really enjoy set in the UK. Not sure if that would be it, though. There you go. We will be looking for options here. Looking for cute titles. Just as burgeoning charcuterie entrepreneur Katie Aubrey gets ready to teach a charcuterie class for a handful of adults, the body of a retired investigative reporter is found behind her sandwich shop and the gift store next door. The reporter had broken the story about a gold heist in the 80s, but has been out of the limelight for years until now. And while Katie tries to conduct business as usual, rumors abound. To make matters worse, the adults in her class are as backbiting and obnoxious as possible, including one gentleman who tries to strong arm Katie and her business neighbor into relinquishing their leases so he can start an internet cafe. Tempers flare and the unexpected happens. The man is found dead behind Katie's shop, and all fingers point to Katie. Dancing with Danger. Cajun, have you tried that one that I read this weekend? The Sunday Philosophy Club by Alexander McCall Smith. It's light on crime solving, but very much into ruminating about morals and so forth. Dancing with Danger by Kimberly Griggs, 23rd in the Aloha Lagoon Mysteries. What's a Southern belle to do when she dreams of being a hula dancer? Move to Hawaii, of course. Native Georgian Ruby Bell has her work cut out for her, finding her niche among hip swaying dancers of Kauai. When she creates Hula Fit, a unique fusion of fitness and Hawaiian culture, she lands herself a job at the premier Aloha Lagoon Resort and Spa. Her class sparks attention from locals and vacationers alike, making Ruby feels she's finally found her bliss. Unfortunately, things go from delightful to downright deadly when Ruby discovers her new friend, Phoebe, strangled by a coconut bra in the back of Ruby's studio. With the local police investigating on island time, Ruby fears it's up to her to find a killer, save her studio's reputation, and bring justice to her friend's memory. Navigating through a maze of deceit and betrayal, Ruby uncovers a cast of suspects more colorful than an island sunset, including a bodybuilder ex-boyfriend with a volatile temper, a troop of senior citizens caught at a clothing-optional pool party, a jealous rival, an awkward admirer, and even the hunky owner of the local smoothie hut who seems to have his eye on Ruby. Here's an historical mystery. I have read the first few in this one. Yeah, I haven't. I didn't read his first series, the one set in Africa. Good afternoon, Helen. How is it going? And I hadn't read that philosophy one either until this weekend. I did enjoy it. I just was not pleased with how it ended. The Queen's Lies by Oliver Clements, 4th in the Agents of the Crown. Oh, I thought there were more in this series. While working on a powerful new weapon for England, the country's first secret agent, John Dee, finds himself threatened from all sides. First, his secret plans are stolen, then his son is kidnapped by a vengeful enemy from his past. At the same time, Dee's wife Jane is sent by Queen Elizabeth I to console her cousin Mary, Queen of Scots, whom court advisors are determined to try for treason. But Jane suspects her assignment is much more than a visit from a sympathetic cousin. It is possible that Elizabeth sent her to speed Mary to her death without the public trial that she knows will forever define the limits of royal power. Together, John and Jane begin to feel genuine sympathy for the Scottish Queen and work to finish his invention, protect their son, and save Mary from the scaffold. But can they do that while still remaining loyal to the English crown? No, she did not want her dead. She believed that princes could not be killed in that way. I don't usually do short stories, but this sounded interesting. Master of the Art of Detection, Sherlock Holmes Mystery Short Story Collection by Lise Sherwood Fabre. Sherlock Holmes, the most cerebral of detectives, finds his deductive powers put to the test in this intriguing collection of cases. Each adventure presents a web of secrets, clues, and deceptions. Only his highly honed observational skills lead him to the truth. In a locked room murder, did the victim succumb to the curse of Kissin? And how had the daughter of Squire Northridge disappeared from her own locked bedroom? Can Holmes, an ocean away, determine if a missing treasure hunter ran off with Jean Lafitte's fabled buried plunder? The disappearance of a beloved dog is an adventure filled with whimsy and humor, as are the return of Lady Frances Carfax and the howling dog of Baker Street. I believe this is a first in a new series, Death at the PTA by Hermione Volino. First in a cozy cottage mystery. Welcome to Moon Cove, home to the Holmes family, small town life, small town thinking, and murder. Alice Holmes owns a store called the Cozy Cottage, where you can buy the newest cozy mystery and have your cards read. During one PTA meeting, she had a minor disagreement with Principal Scott, but a parent was the one that blew up in his face. Soon his body is discovered in the science lab, and both she and the parents are the prime suspects. To clear her name and the parents, Alice takes up what her ancestor was known for solving murders, and she's not alone. It becomes a family affair. Soon she and her older daughter Rose are trying to track down clues as to who wanted Principal Scott dead, and what they find isn't what they expect. How many secrets can one man have? Of course, Alice knows that by uncovering who wanted him dead, she will discover a whole town full of secrets, and some people will do anything to keep them from coming to light. And that includes killing Alice. A Major Case, a Siren's Song paranormal mystery, cozy mystery. Came out today. Autumn Waverly, this is second in the series. Autumn Waverly has a big job on her hands. Her bar, the Siren Song, has been reduced to rubble. Thanks to her sister and her crew of devoted friends, she's not alone and everyone's ready to pitch in and help. Her bar might have been destroyed, and they may be facing off against the powerful Siren Council and two town elders, but she's determined to bounce back. Surely they've been through the worst, and it's all up from here, right? Wrong. Autumn gets more than she bargained for when a mysterious siren ends up dead in their apartment. Add in the theft of a mystical artifact with the power to decimate their town, an angry shark shifter with a vendetta, and a powerful witch with no morals, and Autumn's crew is going to need everything they've got to come out on top, especially since one of them might be working for the enemy. Death and Blackberry Pie, fourth in the Sugar Creek Mystery Series. After her Aunt Meg decides to take a much-needed break from the B&B business, Abby Hirsch steps up to fill her shoes at the quaint Primrose House B&B while juggling her new catering business as well. But her plans for both businesses are quickly upended when a routine catering job turns into a deadly investigation, with the shocking discovery of murder leaving the town reeling. With the Sugar Creek abuzz over whispers of illicit affairs and stolen artifacts, Abby finds herself meeting through secrets and lies. That was pushing it, man. Where even the sweetest pie can hide bitter truths. As she joins forces with her best, that it didn't even make any sense. As she joins forces with her best friend Cassie and the charming Sheriff Ryan Iverson, the sleuthing team embarks on a quest to peel back layers of deceit, navigating through archaeological mysteries and long buried emotions. It was a metaphor too far, which would be a good name of a book. Hole in None, seventh in the Glock Grannies mystery series by Shannon Van Bergen. Everyone wants to kill at their high school reunion. This time, someone really did. This year's reunion at Peace Point High School has turned into quite an affair. When a mysterious bloody knife shows up in an unsuspecting woman's purse, she seeks out the Glock Grannies to prove her innocence. The first order of business is to figure out who exactly was murdered. In the end, it just might be as easy as scoring a hole in one at the miniature golf course. Okay. Maybe it was me reading it, but that seemed a little bit disjointed. Could have been me. It's Monday. Murder Psyched, A Witching Hour Ghost Hunters Mystery, book number 1 by Kat McGee. Witch and ghost hunter Marna Langley and her fearless crew from the Witching Hour Ghost Hunter TV show plunge headfirst into the spooky mysteries of a creepy cemetery caretaker's haunted house. With rumors of ghostly sightings echoing through the night, they dive into a wild quest to track down some restless spirits. Marna, a pro at witchy spells and psychic medium Mojo, channels spirits with her glitchy crystal ball. But her sassy, ghost-shifting cat familiar, a furball who loves to talk back, I'm out, sounds the alarm about looming danger. Just when things couldn't get any weirder, a paranormal debunker snakes his way into the investigation and pulls a disappearing act, causing chaos among the living and the dead. With the Witching Hour cameras rolling for what promises to be a thrilling episode, Marna's witchy senses kick into overdrive, leading her straight to the missing skeptic's lifeless body. The Washington Trail by Lou Aguilar, first in the Slade and Cork mysteries. Two young private eyes, ex-Army Ranger Mark Slade and ex-FBI analyst Neil Cork, take on the seemingly trivial case of a gorgeous UNC student dumped by her DC-based boyfriend. It seems like any other affair, mostly harmless beyond the parties involved. They never expected it to be wrapped up in a conspiracy threatening national security, with an ex-boyfriend connected to a powerful right-wing senator racing the FBI for a mysterious time bomb known as the Apocalypse Mask. Slade and Cork have no choice but to enter the hunt. The deadly chase leads them from the power halls of the Capitol to the glitz of Georgetown to a secret airfield for unmarked flights of no return. At every step, they face professional assassins, corrupt government officials, and ideological fanatics. With the clock ticking and the body count rising, each detective must rely on the other's expertise to survive and save the country. Alpacas and Alibis. First, in the Sadie Sexton Hoochville mysteries. There's no place like home until you stumble over a body in your yarn shop. I say that all the time. After spending 12 years in New York City, fiber influencer Sadie Sexton didn't expect to find herself living back in her hometown of Hoochville, Tennessee. But when her grandmother bequeaths her beloved yarn shop to Sadie and her sister Charmaine with the stipulation that they must run it together for a year, Sadie and her dog Peaches find themselves back in the small Appalachian town. Despite the somewhat contentious relationship with her older sister, Sadie is enjoying spending time with her childhood besties and Clementine Parker, her Grandma May's best friend, and the woman she thinks of as a second grandmother. But the enjoyment is cut short when she finds a body in the yarn shop, and the prime suspect is none other than Clem herself. Now Sadie is on a mission to clear Clem's name. With her besties committed to helping in any way they can, she'll stop at nothing to make sure Clem stays out of the slammer, even if it means cozying up to the town sheriff, who just happens to be the same boy who broke her heart over a decade ago. We're shocked. This is my shocked face. Dentures and Demons. Two words you never thought you'd see together, but here they are, by Corrine Winters, 11th in the Detective Grandma series. When the owner of the local B&B, where Dorothy Hensley is hosting her inaugural meeting, turns up daggered to death, you could just say stabbed, this retired librarian suddenly finds herself checking out there's just words in here that shouldn't be here, out of twisting mystery. With the help of her long-lost aunt Eleanor, curious granddaughter Zoe, son Adam, and cat sidekicks Buttons and Crystal, Dorothy starts cataloging the clues. But when the murderer tries to add Dorothy to the victims list, she knows she needs to finish this investigation before she becomes a part of it. Can Dorothy solve the case before she ends up in the obituaries? Or is she in for a killer ending? The Body in the Larder. Cozy. Oh, we'll save this one for. He said it was a fantasy, so we're going to save that for Thursday. because we got others to get to. Donor 73101, A Pip Inc. Mystery by Nancy Lynn Jarvis, 5th in series. Aidan O'Rourke needed cash to help pay for college, so he made money by selling his sperm. Ew. He was young, attractive, smart, and popular. Now, many years later, his offspring are coming forward, 11 of them and counting, and connecting on a website they created called donor73101.com. Pat Perard, Santa Cruz County Law Librarian turned PI, is approached by next-door neighbors Tina and Robin, who want to start a family. Because Tina was conceived via sperm donation, they want to be 100% certain that their baby and Tina won't have the same father. It doesn't take Pat long to determine that Aidan O'Rourke was Tina's sperm donor. It also doesn't take her long to discover that one by one, his offspring are being murdered. By whom and why? Well, that's a mystery. I'll give it points for interesting concept. We have time for one more. Sunbeam, Sunflowers, and Sabotage. A cozy magic midlife mystery. Silver Circle Cat Rescue Mysteries, book number 8 by Leanne Leeds. A sweet tabby named Sunbeam, a vandalized sunflower farm outside Austin, a sinister plot lurking beneath the Sunny Hill country fields. When distressed tabby Sunbeam arrives at Silver Circle Cat Rescue, Ellie and Evie Rockwell are immediately drawn to his sunny disposition and charming purr. But beneath his cheerful exterior, Sunbeam is heartbroken. His owner, Marigold Taylor, was mysteriously murdered at her beloved sunflower farm in the Texas Hill Country. As Ellie and Evie dig deeper, they uncover a tangled web of jealousy, betrayal, and hidden agendas as twisted as a rattlesnake. But as they navigate the twisting rows of suspects and motives, Ellie and Evie find themselves in the crosshairs of a killer determined to keep their secrets buried under the Lone Star soil. Can they expose the murderer before the sun sets on the farm and their lives? And that is all we have time for. Sorry, there's more, but we'll look at them hopefully on Friday. I love alpacas. Oh no, romance with the sheriff. Just over the trope, especially when it starts in book 1. I know. It's just, come on. That's when you start looking for original stuff, and it gets to be very hard. All right, that's all we have time for today. Tomorrow we'll be looking at mysteries and thrillers. Again, I don't have any sprints tonight. I will have them tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Hope you have a very good Monday. I have to run off and grab some donuts. We have a truck today, and I have to go to the post office before 7 o'clock. So I'm going to get to, well, maybe 7:15. All right, guys, have a very good Monday. See you soon. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.